Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Palestra, the cathedral of college basketball that opens its doors twice a year to the high school ranks. It's the Philadelphia Catholic League semifinals. The first game tonight is Archbishop Wood against Roman Catholic, and the nightcap, Newman Coretti against West Catholic. Let's bring you now inside our broadcast booth, high above near the rafters here at the Palestra. Bob Long and Bruce Badgley alongside. Brady Joyce is on the camera with us today. We start with the 6:15 tip here tonight, Bruce. Archbishop Wood against Roman Catholic. They played very early in the Philadelphia Catholic League schedule, and Roman really took it to Archbishop Wood, beating them by 20-plus points. But don't forget two things. Archbishop Wood was in the state final last year against this same Roman Catholic team. Roman escaped with a 12-point victory behind 31 from Daniel Skillings, now playing his basketball at Cincinnati. But Archbishop Wood is playing its best basketball of the year right now. They've only lost 2 games since a 1-2, nearly 1-3 start in the Catholic League, and they were either in overtime or on a buzzer beater. So behind MVP Jaleel Bethea, this has been their year. This has been a turnaround second half, and they have a chance to advance to the final with a win here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you touched on it. I think a big key, obviously, to Archbishop Wood all year has been Jaleel Bethea. But I think tonight it could be the rest of the team. We were down on the court talking to, Coach Moscow, whatever, and they know that he's going to be double, triple team. So how that team is going to focus is going to be fantastic. Obviously, we're al fresco here in the press box at the Palestra. I mean, what you talked about. Such a great venue, and I'm really looking forward to this one, that's for sure.
You talk about Roman Catholic and what they bring to the table. Xavier Brown. Xavier Brown, a 1,000-point scorer, newly minted, and the 22nd in the history of the Roman Catholic basketball program. He leads a star-studded team here tonight. Anthony Finkley, who's going to join Xavier Brown at St. Joseph's next year, both seniors, both another chance for them to win a Catholic League title. Eric Oliver Bush and Jeremiah Stewart Herring, a couple of newcomers. Sharif Jackson, a sophomore big who played really big minutes in the state final last year, and now an opportunity for these guys to get right back to where they believe they need to be, Bruce, which is in the Catholic League title game.
Yeah, and what you can say about Roman is depth. I mean, you look at their points per game average, and it doesn't really jump out at the page. But then again, they've been really playing so many players because of the fact that they've been doing so well against their opponents this year. So I look for a very well-balanced attack again from Roman, and I think that's what they're going to need to take down this Archbishop Wood team.
Funnny you say that because, yes, they'll certainly put those guys in later in the contest, but when it's winning time, it's really a 6-man rotation. Bob Cottrell will be that 6-man off the bench, and really that's about as deep as they'll go in a 32-minute game where they need to have their best guns out there the whole time. Cottrell, a guy who's unafraid to shoot the deep ball, unafraid to get to the basket. He can be a difference maker tonight as well. Once you feel you have Jackson and Oliver Bush, and maybe you have Xavier Brown, Finkley locked down, all of a sudden Bob Cottrell can beat you.
Yeah, and so many times in these big games, there's always that role player that's going to, come out of nowhere and contribute big-time minutes and big-time points. And that's what I'm looking actually for both teams tonight. I think there's going to be these role players that are either the 6-man or deeper that are going to come off the bench and contribute big time because there's so much focus on the starting lineup. There's nothing that these two teams don't know about one another, so it could be a surprise player who kind of elevates himself to star status tonight.
One key I want to look out for, Gus Salem, a guy for Archbishop Wood that could fit that mold. Expect Roman Catholic to throw double and even triple teams at the Catholic League MVP Jaleel Bethea. What does he do? Does he force shots in those situations? Or does he find the open cutter and do those guys knock down triples when it's most important? I think that's a key to this basketball game. Roman Catholic would come in the favorite, you would think, the number 2 seed in the Philadelphia Catholic League through the regular season. Archbishop Wood, the 4 seed. But nobody's been hotter than the Vikings of Archbishop Wood. And that's what makes it fun We're here at the Cathedral of College Basketball. We'll send you down to the floor now. Our buddy Dan Hoban, who is the public address announcer and the voice of the Catholic League here at the Palestra. He'll get us introduced.
Basketball's most historic team. Tonight, the Philadelphia Catholic League will the boys' semi-basketball final featuring the visiting Vikings of Archbishop High School and the Kaelites of Roman Catholic High School. Before we introduce tonight's starters, ladies and gentlemen, we ask everyone to please rise and remove your caps. Join Father Joseph Butler, Rector of Roman Catholic High School, as he leads us in our pre-game prayer, followed by the singing of our national anthem by Mrs. Nye Benjamin.
High school basketball, there is nothing quite like it, and there is nothing quite like the atmosphere here at the Palestra. Once again, Dan Hoban, the public address announcer, will introduce the visitors on the scoreboard and in the visiting uniforms here tonight, the Vikings of Archbishop Wood.
Archbishop Wood. At a full position, senior, 6 foot 8 inches tall, 22, Carson Howard. For a senior, 6 foot 4 inches tall, 23, Sell. For a junior, 6 foot 3 inches tall, 5, Josh Reed. For a sophomore, 6 foot 3 inches tall, 3, Milan Dean. And for a junior, 6 foot 4 inches tall, 1, Jalil Bethea. Head coach of Vikings is John Moscow. The assistant coaches are Shane Kelly, John Logan, Tom Lloyd, Joe Doherty, Peter Sheffield, Andy Fuentes, Joe Ferrer, and Jeff Weaver. Now the starting lineup for the Kaelites of Roman Catholic. At the seventh position, sophomore, 6 foot 8 inches tall, number 44, Sharif Jackson. At forward, senior, 6 foot 7 inches tall, number 5, Anthony Finkley. At forward, Florida senior 6 foot 4 inches tall, number 2, Jemai Stewart-Perry. And a guarding senior 6 foot 2 inches tall, number 1, Xavier Brown. Head coach of the Canaanites is Chris Nisby. The assistant coaches, Will Goodman, Kyle Card, Joe Guerrero, Nick Jackson.
Well, the table has been set. Introductions have commenced. Even a little bit of banter from one student section to another. Roman Catholic student section at the arrival of Xavier Brown, the chance of MVP towards the opposing student section, where of course Jaleel Bethea on that Archbishop Wood bench has that honor. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, Archbishop Wood in black, Roman Catholic yet to break the huddle in white. Bruce, your final thoughts.
Well, I tell you what, as I mentioned in the opening, I think that there's going to be somebody kind of emerge because of both of these teams knowing one another so well. I think another player is going to have to step up to really make a difference tonight.
It'll be Carson Howard against Sharif Jackson. And we are underway. Gus Salem to bring the ball up for Archbishop Wood, taking Jaleel Bethea off the basketball. Archbishop Wood made that change over the course of the year. Bethea ran a lot more point early on, and they realized what made Bethea the superstar that he was last year was taking him off the ball. This time, launches a deep one.
Just amazing. I mean, Anthony Finkley's got some length out there, and he put it right over the top of it.
Now here is Finkley, second on the team for Roman Catholic in assists per contest. Milan Dean, good defensive pressure. 7:18 to go first quarter.
Both teams going to play pretty tough defense to start. But I'm really anxious to see, as I do in any game, what these coaches are going to do to try and get the athleticism of their team moving.
Back cut for Xavier Brown. Readjusts in midair, a good finish.
And you saw that offense was well beyond the free throw line moving there, and that's what set up the open layup.
Milan Dean. Good look inside, but Sharif Jackson there first.
Wow.
A held ball situation, Roman Catholic basketball.
Jackson sending a message early that he is going to be the enforcer inside.
(3-2), 6:49 to play. Late arriving crowd here, 6:15 p.m. A difficult time for folks to get to University City, Philadelphia, but I promise you this place will continue to fill. Sharif Jackson got his way in the lane, but Carson Howard stayed with him step for step. And now Howard wants the ball back, tried to one-hand it. Xavier Brown was the safety over the top.
Yeah, each team really needs to value the basketball here. Really tried to get a little bit too much there.
Xavier Brown takes the ball screen from Jackson. Wood switched, then the recovery here from the big man inside Howard. And again, it's Milan Dean coming up to make the play. Cutting to the basket, and he's fouled. That's Josh Reed.
Great fast break. I think that's something that Wood's going to have to do very well today, is to move well on the fast break. And you can see he's going to bring it up. He's going to bring that defender to him and then right to the basket.
Josh Reed into the sea of purple. A little short, just 48% from the foul line on the season. One of two. We'll see 3 of the 4 teams here tonight that have dominated the Catholic League from a Catholic League title perspective. Reed And lost the basketball. It'll be Roman Catholic basketball.
Yeah, maybe
Eric Oliver Bush just enough.
Yeah, maybe the official not in the appropriate position to make that call, because it does look like he got a little bit of the basketball.
But then again, I think he got a little bit of the basketball, but Reed continued to possess, and then he just lost it. I think a good call.
Yeah.
Stuart Herring has the basketball now. He's been the second leading scorer for Roman Catholic this season. A transfer who has been a wonderful addition. Xavier Brown goes left. Here's Stuart Herring. Gets to a good spot, but couldn't hit.
Wood really compacting that defense back in, almost begging Roman to shoot from out.
Milan Dean, big drive, couldn't finish. And Sharif Jackson just pulled it away.
As I said, he's sending a message early. He's going to patrol that lane.
And Carson Howard got the hand on it. Loose ball on the floor. We got a kick, so it's going to go Archbishop Wood's basketball. Let's take another look.
Wasn't sure.
Okay.
He actually clamped down on the ball with both of his feet.
So it stays 4-2. A game struggling to get some pace early on. A feeling out process between two of the league's best. Both 6A teams, both will play in the Pennsylvania PIAA state playoffs at that classification.
Oh, really not lucky there. Wasn't really paying attention for the pass.
.447 to play first quarter.
Roman with that same kind of offense, really out high, hoping to create some space down there at the basket.
Well, and simply denying the basketball to the MVP. There's Jackson with a steal. Good hedge and recover. This is where Roman is so dangerous. Xavier Brown.
Wow, I mean, so excellent there with the right hand on the left side.
Four apiece. Now Bethea. And that one's blocked again. That was an intended pass. Xavier Brown wants it in transition a second time. Got rid of it before the travel. Finkley, nearly 40% from beyond the arc.
That was a nice extra pass there, but couldn't knock it down.
Bethea, they're going to wave that one off. A good foul there by Eric Oliver Bush, arguably Roman Catholic's best on-ball defender, but he decided that his best mode of transportation here was to stop Bethea's.
And he did have some help, and that's a good thing for Roman. I mean, they're going to need more than one person, as he talked about, to guard Bethea all night long.
And it was Jackson, the big man, running down the floor. Bethea likes to go right, and Jackson was in position. So a non-shooting foul, 3:53 to go, first quarter. Howard cuts to the basket.
What a great move there. Actually, I think Jackson got his head turned.
Sure did, because it's Jaleel Bethea running off the screen. A bunch of shooters running to the corners. Howard blocked a second one. Jackson brought the ball down. Great look, though, for Xavier Brown. Oliver Bush is fouled in the act of shooting on the putback attempt.
I'll tell you what, great effort in getting that rebound and just putting it quickly back up, not allowing the defense to even get after him. Watch, grab and just tip it up.
Oliver Bush, 76% from the foul line this year. All stats courtesy of Huck Palmer.
That was great to see Huck before the game. He's in his glory this time of year, isn't he?
He sure is. He's been working really hard to accumulate all the stats and not just field goal percentage and three-point shots, that's for sure. Steals, deflections, blocks, you name it. Opponent stats, even in non-league play. 6 apiece, 3:24 to go. The chess match continues. Bethea opened the scoring with a long three. He's hit there. Eric Oliver Bush just picked up his second personal foul, Bruce. So that's your best on-ball defender if you're Chris McNesby. You understand why you put him on Bethea, no doubt, but that's a clear foul.
It's great offensive movement there to get him isolated one-on-one. They're going to need more of that.
And we talked about it in the pregame. Bruce, I know you said some guys will get time, depth, rotation players late in the game, but while games are close, Roman Catholic is really only going to go about 6 deep. Cottrell is in the game. Finkley had checked out momentarily, and he will replace Oliver Bush with those 2 personal fouls. And Bethea, nearly a 90% foul shooter, goes 2 for 2.
That's an incredible statistic for the free throw shooting there for Bethea.
Roman switching on some of those down screens and cuts off the ball.
And look at how high that defense is playing aggressive.
If Oliver Bush is the best on-ball defender for Roman Catholic, as there's Cottrell fouled in the act by Deuce Maxey. But on Archbishop Wood's side, it's going to be Josh Reed, and he's the one that's been guarding Xavier Brown.
Just watch how he moves the ball from one hand to the other in the air. Oh, my.
Here's Cottrell at 68% from the line. We talked to athletic director for Roman Catholic, Brian Haas, pregame, Bruce, and he said, hey, you think back to that early January game? Don't. Flush it. Don't even think about it. 2 different teams, and in particular, he noted how well Archbishop Wood has been playing recently and what they've found in a roster that did graduate a lot of key guys from a state runner-up run and now has thrust the likes of Jaleel Bethea into that top dog. Carson Howard remains a key, and now Josh Reed, Deuce Maxey, the newcomer, Gus Salem, Milan Dean. They're now the one stepping into that role. One too many steps for Jaleel Bethea.
Yeah, and I can't disagree. I mean, just in the few moments, you know, it's been a little while since I've seen Wood play, and boy, do they look sharp. Really crisp passes. Offensively, they just know where everybody's at.
Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, and our buddy Brady Joyce, who's done an unbelievable job on camera all year long. He's helping us with that here tonight. What a cut. So good, in fact, the pass that Stuart Herring wasn't looking for the ball. Finkley's going to end up with it. Cottrell again, and that is the 2nd personal foul on Deuce Maxey in as many possessions.
I just really like the way that they're spreading that defense out and taking advantage. Well, look at that lane. It's wide open. Great recognition there. Goes right to the spot and up.
So now in comes Michael Green. Green 52% from beyond the arc as just a sophomore this year. And not exactly low volume either. Doesn't get a ton of minutes, but gives key 4 or 5 minute stretches when needed. Sharif Jackson, bully ball inside, but how good has Carson Howard been squaring up defensively? Milan Dean poked away by Jackson. It's going to stay Vikings basketball.
Yeah, Carson Howard has really made his presence felt early on both ends of the court.
Good hands there by Jackson the big. Just under 2 minutes to go. Action-packed first quarter. Bethea gets to a good spot and hits.
Boy, that was just beautiful movement there. His player got hung up on the inbounds play. That was a set play, and he comes around the screen.
And Jaleel Bethea, the first one back defensively. Let's see if we can get to the end of this one here. A home run pass. And I do think that's the right call. Good job by this officiating crew. But Bethea prevents the easy 2 at the other end.
What do they say about, you know, when your best player is your hardest worker, how that just permeates the team? Pretty easy to see that Wood is gonna feed off of Bethea all night long.
A shoulder laid, and they're going to count the basket.
Finkley went up strong. Wow.
Well, and even before he went up, they're going to call the foul against Milan Dean. You can be the judge in home. Look at Jaleel Bethea. And I think that shoulder does go down. It's a 50-50 call, really difficult. But they let that one go, and then the contact on the shot, and one.
Well, clearly this game isn't going to be the faint of heart. It's been pretty stout underneath the baskets all night long so far.
10 apiece. Finkley, a big three there. Now Jalil Bethea. They wave that one off, and it goes the other direction. What a big swing.
Yeah, he's got to be careful on that. I mean, they're kind of baiting him into that block chart scenario. I get that you want to get in position better for the shot. He could have taken the jumper there, but instead he dribbles himself into trouble and draws the charge. And now he's on the bench.
Five team fouls against Archbishop Wood. Most importantly is Jalil Bethea on the bench. Can they withstand the Roman Catholic onslaught while he remains on the pine? Salem, this is a tough matchup against Finkley. Jackson inside, good finish.
Yeah, beautiful interior passing there by Roman.
And you see the difference there. Howard couldn't square him up because he had to come up and provide help. As Finkley got into the lane, that allowed the crease needed for Sharif Jackson to finish. Gus Salem, great look. Melandine, he'll attack. And here's Josh Reed. He'll do it this time off the windows.
Wow.
We know that Melandine can jump and exit the building all in one motion. He is a high flyer. Nearly brought the house down.
Well, I said this game wasn't going to be for the faint of heart, and that sure demonstrated it. Oh, my.
Corners filling in here at the Palestra.
Yeah, working for the last shot.
Down to 9. It's going to be a great look for Bob Cottrell. Yes. Still time with 3, now down to 2. Melandine, no good. And Roman Catholic with an early punch to end the first 8-minute stanza.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think that 3 sent a message. Beyond the fact that it gave Roman the lead there, I think it sent a message to Wood that they're going to have to step it up on the defensive end in quarter number 2. And they're going to have to do it. It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Moscow is going to do with Bethea, whether he brings him in or not.
Taking a look here on the Roman Catholic bench, they work on Sharif Jackson. Little bandage on that wrist. Perhaps got some blood on it, so he is going to change uniforms.
Oh, my.
So he'll be wearing a new number. It'll be number 35. And we look at Chris McNesby, who is a long time now, we'll call him, Roman Catholic head coach. Had a lot of success in the mid-teens here in the 2000s, 2012-ish to 15. Won 2 Catholic League titles back-to-back, 2015 and 2016. Then left for a 4 or 5 year stint. Matt Griffin came up and upheld the mantle here at Broad and Vine. Won 2 Catholic League titles himself, 2018 and 2019. And in the 2 years that Chris McNesby has been back, they have not yet won. Again, that's a short sample size. This is the team that has every ability, mindset, and I'll say the defensive prowess as well, Bruce, to win it again this year.
Yeah, there's no weakness on the team. Absolutely. You talked about, the pedigree. And I'm really interested to see how this second quarter shakes out now. Bethea back in the game for Wood.
Melandine, guarded by Finkley. Josh Reed spins and traveled. Little slide of the pivot. And another look here. It's going to be right there on that jump stop.
So I thought, Wood might try and protect Bethea on defense, but a nice offensive set there quickly. Easy jumper.
Eric Oliver Bush gives the Kaolites a 5-point lead. Here's Gus Salem. Dean wants the ball in the corner. Double comes on him. Tough spot to get out of. Now Reed is double teamed. And Archbishop Wood now has some space. Milan Dean got it for 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Wood. Somebody's going to have to, pick up the slack because Bethea is not going to can be as aggressive saddled with those fouls.
Sharif Jackson drives at the body of Carson Howard, and what a finish.
Oh, my.
Carson Howard will take that. He's got him fading away with the offhand there, gliding across the middle, rather than going up strong into the body.
How do you defend that? No way.
Milan Dean stepped on the sideline. Remember that these guys are playing on a college floor here. The blue line is the college men's three-point line. The white line, just kissing the top of the key, is the high school line. So if you build your offensive set around the perimeter, you don't have as much space between the three-point line and the corner anymore. Good defense, and a travel is going to be coerced. Gus Salem and Milan Dean. Great work in the lane.
Yeah, I tell you what, this Carson Howard, Sharif Jackson matchup early on is the one that I'm keeping my eyes on. Wow, those guys are really going at it.
And now some numbers here for Jaleel Bethea. Poked at from behind, double team. What a pass. And Milan Dean. Blocking foul called against Jackson. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Roman's got to pay attention to their foul situation too. And look at that pass all the way across court. My, oh my. And that's exactly what you've got to do. You've got to shift that court and reverse the ball, and that's what creates a lot of space for you.
Milan Dean, just a sophomore, 70% from the charity stripe. 2 plays in the last few minutes involving Sharif Jackson, the sophomore for Roman Catholic, looking to take a charge. I thought both were 50-50. One went the way of Roman Catholic. Jaleel Bethea picked up the charge. And that one there went the way of Archbishop Wood, with Jackson picking up the personal foul. Open 3 for Finkley. And he's 0 for 2, but Eric Oliver Bush.
Boy, that's just great position inside there. And that was, on Bethea, he can't get that aggressive.
Josh Reed, he attacks, counted on 1, and a second personal foul against Sharif Jackson.
That's a guy that's got to stay in the game.
That baseline opens up for Reed. Good seal there by Howard. Sharif Jackson too late.
And a timeout. I'll tell you what, the storylines are already started to take shape with, foul situations on, both teams with key players early on that might limit their aggressiveness, down the stretch in the half here.
A 30-second timeout on the floor. Want to thank the good folks at the Philadelphia Catholic League and the Archdiocese of Philadelphia for making this a reality. We are not live streaming this game, as you have already figured out, but we are recording this contest to be posted at a later date. Also recording this film to be used by the 4 teams. All 4 of these teams, win or lose tonight, will continue on with district play and state tournament play, so we'll provide the film to the teams as well. So most importantly, we need to thank Brady Joyce, more so than me and you, Bruce, who's doing an excellent job with the camera. But Danny DiBerardinis, the basketball moderator on the boys' side, Brian Haas, the basketball moderator for the Catholic League on the girls' side, DiBerardinis, the athletic director at St. Joseph's Prep, and Haas, the athletic director at Roman Catholic, who is watching with a keen eye here tonight.
So that's a very interesting move that you leave him in there for the free throw and then you take him out, hoping, I guess, that he doesn't get that foul on the rebound. But
also at the scorer's table for Archbishop Wood at the next stoppage is Deuce Maxey, who has the 2 personal fouls himself. He is just a sophomore. Gus Salem, that's a really nice job defensively against the much larger Finkley. Corner 3 for Eric Oliver Bush. And another follow won't go. It'll stay here with Roman Catholic. Jermai Stewart Herring has been disruptive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, and he's just kind of slipping past in that time there over Jalil Bethea. And disruptive is the good word, because he just kind of getting in there after the Wood players have established position. He's finding his spot and going after it.
Xavier Brown loves to go to his left, taken off his hands by Gus Salem. Here's Cottrell, great look. And there's a man's rebound by Milan Dean. No numbers for Archbishop Wood. But Jalil Bethea doesn't care.
And a great job of avoiding the defender to not draw the foul.
And there's an offensive foul called against Eric Oliver Bush. It's Gus Salem, the senior transfer, standing in.
Boy, already the foul situation really mounting for both sides.
As you might have seen, we had the 2 briefly allocated to Roman Catholic. Now we have the score correct at 22-21 in favor of Archbishop Wood. 1 more on the drive there by Bethea. Milan Dean was there ready to crash the boards, kept his hands away from the cylinder when he recognized it was going down. Now it's Dean's time. Yes! A big 3 for Milan Dean, his 2nd of the night.
I'll tell you what, Dean is really stepping it up.
Good look for Xavier Brown. But he got his own rebound, and he's fouled by Milan Dean.
You know, Dean averages only 9.6 points a game. I shouldn't say only, but averaging 9.6. But he's done a great job in the first half in picking up the slack.
And if I heard Dan Hoban correctly, that is the 2nd on Milan Dean. Michael Green comes to the scorer's table for Archbishop Wood. Offensive rebounds have been the difference in terms of Roman Catholic really contributing to the scoreboard in the last few minutes. They haven't been able to hit their primary look, Bruce, offensively, but it's been everyone. Stewart Herring, Finkley, Jackson, and now Xavier Brown getting some offensive caroms and turning it into points.
Yeah, and I've been kind of surprised that one team or the other hasn't shown some full court pressure, but now backed into a zone here for Roman.
Dean, he's going to attack. Contact, count it, and 1. And it's Anthony Finkley picking up the personal foul.
And he just didn't care that he had, you know, the taller player. He got him out of position, a good fake, and right to the basket. Look at this. Got him on his hip. Look at this. Milan Dean, yes, sir.
Inserting himself into this contest as just a sophomore. His first experience at the Palestra at the high school level. Legends are made here, Bruce, particularly in this league. Now here's Cottrell.
Wood still in the man-to-man.
Josh Reed on Brown. Brown hangs in there. Great look inside and a big finish.
That was a great look inside.
We don't see much of Will Felder over the course of the regular season, Bruce, but Roman Catholic going deep into the bench. Not a ton of fouls against the KLites, just 7, but on some key guys. They're racking up. Dean, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, it is a tough shot. You have to distribute when the high post, not turn and shoot like that. But
now Xavier Brown, they get the switch they want with Reed off of Brown. It's Melandine. And now here is Jaleel Bethea. Dribbling into and out of trouble.
I think this, whatever team's going to be most, oh, look at this.
Bingo!
Oh, my.
Jaleel Bethea.
I was just about to say whatever team's going to be patient is, but my gosh.
Whatever team's going to hit 30-foot jumpers. Jaleel Bethea picking up where he left off from Friday night, a Catholic League semifinal, a home win against St. Joseph's Prep, ensured that Archbishop Wood's state title run would still have legs. 30 points in that contest, including 4 fourth-quarter dagger threes.
Well, that shot by Bethea is disruptive because it's really going to force Roman to really get out high and play him aggressively.
And Michael Green there missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Wood can really double dip here.
You can see picking him up way out high this time.
Bethea looks for help, and it comes in the form of Gus Salem, who gets to a good spot at the foul line. Green, 50+% on the year for three. It's a 9-point game, largest lead for either side. 2:04 to play.
So far, these role players for both teams have stepped up.
Finkley, skip pass for Cottrell. And now Bethea is going to lead the break, 4-on-3. And Xavier Brown just takes a foul.
Yeah, smart play there.
But in the bonus.
Still, Roman with the numbers. Not a bad foul, forcing him to go to the line.
Oh, yeah, right. Roman was down a guy. Archbishop Wood 4-on-3. But you're putting a 90% foul shooter on the line.
The foul was good. Who you fouled was maybe not the best, but hey, he had the ball.
Your choices were very limited.
Exactly right.
Felder takes a seat. In comes Sharif Jackson with that foul trouble. 1:49 to play in the first half. The regular season contest between these two teams was just a 3-point game late in the second quarter, and then Roman Catholic took off and ran away with it. But very clearly a different Archbishop Wood team here tonight, and a Jaleel Bethea that is locked in. Not even really hitting the nets on these free throws.
All right, now I think an important possession here for the Kalites. Don't get too ahead of yourself, but you need a basket.
Sharif Jackson, they cleared out the lane for him, and now double late. Cottrell. That one's no good. Counted and one for Jeremiah Stewart Herring.
He has
and
been
simply put, he's keeping him in it.
Absolutely with these offensive rebounds. He's going up between two guys this time. Look at this. Incredible effort.
Stewart Herring at 13.5 points per game. An essential stop to the Roman Catholic delay and the Archbishop Wood run.
Wood, are you working for the last shot? Obviously not.
Gus Salem, a little long on that one. 1:08 to play. Xavier Brown, he got it.
Oh, my. See, gosh.
36-30.
Sometimes
tough shot. Jaleel Bethea was halfway down. Numbers for Roman Catholic. No good on the finish. He got his own rebound and he's fouled. Jeremiah Stewart Herring taking the game into his hands.
But I just go back to, with just over a minute to go, Archbishop Wood, rather than to hold for the last shot, they put the ball up there. They lose possession. And now free throws, no good there, but free throws to cut that margin. The worst that would have had happened is that they would have gone into halftime, down 8 points if they go for the last shot.
Well, up 8 points.
Excuse me, up 8 points. Yeah, sorry.
84% from the line. He missed the first and the second.
Wow.
So now do they look the gift horse in the mouth, or does Reed go at it himself? Salem baseline, and he stepped on the sideline. It's not in either of these teams' nature, Bruce, to really slow it down, although Roman can do it, certainly.
Yeah.
But these teams make no apologies for how they play.
Absolutely. Like I said, that there's no issue with that strategy. I mean, especially considering how well both teams have played offensively in this first half.
But Roman Catholic, they will hold for the last shot, down to 12. And now we're under 10. Xavier Brown. Brown gets to a great spot and hits. Down to the final 2 seconds.
Just
That's
amazing. It's talked about over and over and over again how important that final 2 minutes or 1 minute is of each particular half. And in that particular case, Roman just put it upon themselves to get back in this game, and they really did. It could have gone the other direction in a big hurry. Instead, down 4 going into halftime, and really changing the complexion of this game, I think.
It was a 7-0 run for the Kaolites of Roman Catholic. Largest lead was 36-25, Archbishop Wood. It's halftime here at the Palestra. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, Brady Joyce with us, recording the action to be posted at a later date of the Philadelphia Catholic League semis. One of the best nights in the sports calendar here in Philadelphia. Second half about to get underway here on Bob Long Sports. We want to thank the Philadelphia Catholic League for their foresight in allowing us to tape this game and put it out to the masses at a later date. There is history being written here on these semifinal evenings, and we're thrilled to be able to capture it. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, and Brady Joyce with us here on the camera. Bruce, we take a look at the foul trouble on both sides. Jaleel Bethea, very late in that first half, picked up his 3rd personal foul. Will he start on the floor or not? What type of trust does John Mosco, the head coach of the Vikings, have in their star, the junior, and the Catholic League MVP? Milan Dean and Deuce Maxey have 2. Eric Oliver Bush picked up 3 personal fouls for Roman Catholic in the first half. Anthony Finkley and Sharif Jackson both have 2. Leading scorer, Jaleel Bethea, 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, and also 2 of 2 from the next zip code. 4 of 4 from the line, good for 14 points with 3 rebounds. Milan Dean with 11 and 4 caroms. Josh Reed has 6. Gus Salem with 4 assists to pace the Vikings from the assist standpoint. Xavier Brown for Roman Catholic has 10. Sharif Jackson, 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals. Jemai Stewart-Herring, 4 rebounds, all of them, I believe, on the offensive end, good for 7 points.
I'll tell you what, that last minute of the first half, just remember that as we go into the second half.
The Bethea foul and the 7-0 run from Roman Catholic at what was once the largest lead of the contest at 11. Inside they go for Sharif Jackson. Finkley for 3. And it's yet another offensive rebound. Finkley thought about the 3, runs through Carson Howard.
Just looks like those guys don't want to take the shot. Somebody's going to have to step up.
And Jackson is fouled by Carson Howard. Just a little bit of contact there, it looked like. And I think the stumble by Sharif Jackson caused the personal.
A little bit tentative on offense, Roman there.
Xavier Brown. He was in the running for Catholic League MVP as well. Jeremiah Stewart-Herring, no. But it's Oliver Bush who couldn't hit it. give him 2 offensive rebounds and 2 points, and Roman Catholic dominating the offensive glass.
I don't know where Roman would be if there wasn't for second chance points right now.
Tough shot for Jaleel, but they are way too strong. Numbers if they see it. Oliver Bush, bring the house down.
Oh, incredible.
Tied, and it's an 11-0 run. Carson Howard fouled. They'll send the 62% foul shooter to the line.
And Roman just seems to be shot out of a cannon on the fast break. But now Wood, time to settle things down.
Howard was below 50% from the line last year. The stroke has improved, but that one a little short. Stuart Herring picked up the personal foul for Roman Catholic. He, don't believe, is in serious foul trouble. And he goes 0 for 2 from the stripe. Xavier Brown thought he double dribbled, or certainly traveled with it. Here's Josh Reed. Reed attacks. How did that one not fall? Now it's Carson Howard. Thought he was hit hard with no foul.
Wow. Boy, Wood's got to capitalize on those good opportunities.
Sharif Jackson has trouble with the handles. The Kaolites, they can slow it down. We've seen that at times. Devon Prep tried to lull them to sleep, and Roman Catholic in that contest was happy to play the game and ended up playing it better than Devon Prep did. That's a tough shot, though. And Xavier Brown, they're going to give him a 3 there. Looked like the foot was close to on the line.
Tell you what, Roman really looking good on that half-court possession.
Jaleel Bethea. That one's no good, and Sharif Jackson pulls it down. It's 3-on-2. Jeremiah Stewart Herring. And now, dating back to late in the first half, it's a 16-0 run for Roman Catholic.
Herring has just been awesome underneath. And just an important offensive possession now for Wood to get their legs back under him.
Salem, a lot of dribbling. Now Reed, good look for Carson Howard, who missed the dunk.
Oh my gosh.
Archbishop Wood has to stop the bleeding somehow. That's going to be tough there. Xavier Brown, though. And that's going to be a foul against Jeremiah Stewart Herring. That is his second personal foul of the second half. I couldn't hear Dan Hoban as to whether that was 2 or 3.
But foul trouble starting to mount here for the Kaolites just as they start to take control of this game.
Bethea, really tough shot. Almost banked it in. Stuart Herring is going to go one-on-one.
Oh, great block by Howard.
He's got at least 3 here tonight. And Bethea wasn't looking for the pass from Melandine. Wood out of sorts. Jackson, too strong. And now numbers for Archbishop Wood. Jaleel Bethea. And that foul is going to stay here. Eric Oliver Bush has just picked up his 4th personal foul for pushing Melandine in the back.
Well, I tell you what, just a little bit out of control, and this is all frustration here.
There was a little nudge, perhaps exasperated by the flail from Melandine.
But my gosh, the Kaolites just pouring it on here in the second half, the same way that they finished it.
Couple missed layups, though, Bruce.
Yeah.
And this could be even worse.
Exactly right. I mean, just incredible, just the change in complexion of this game from the last minute of the first half until now.
And
unbelievable.
If you're Archbishop Wood, what a chance here to reset the tape. It's a 5-point game. Okay, yes, 16-0 run. for Roman Catholic. You've missed a breakaway layup. You've missed an open dunk. All right, flush it.
Yeah.
Run your offensive set coming out of this timeout. Oliver Bush just picked up his 4th personal foul. Roman Catholic does not have much depth. Archbishop Wood can still put their stamp on this game.
No question. I mean, we got a long way to go here, but you're exactly right. I mean, they've just got to take a breath and run their offense.
Jalil Bethea, the junior and the MVP in the Catholic League. An errant pass. And that's not the look coming out of the timeout. And Finkley, that's going to be off his leg. Good call there by the official.
Yeah, it was a good call. Finkley, you know, his action really isn't necessarily off the dribble.
Deuce Maxey, the double likes to come from Roman in the corner. Salem is open. Great offense, and it's rewarded.
Absolutely. Great spacing there. That's the best offensive look they've had since the first half.
Back to a 2-point game, 3:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Finkley, that's a big-time catch. Open 3 for Cottrell. And another offensive rebound. Cottrell, this time a much better look.
That's just great recognition there on the pass by Sharif Jackson.
Remember, Sharif Jackson wearing the number 35, normally wears 44, got blood on that white jersey in the first half. Jalil Bethea, strong catch, gets in the lane, and he's fouled by Sharif Jackson in the act of shooting.
Really gets his defender on his hip again. Jackson's got to come over to help and draws the foul. I think that's his 3rd now.
That is correct. Bethea, 14 points in the first half. Scoreless here in the second. A perfect 5 for 5 from the stripe here tonight.
Interested to see if Wood doesn't go with some pressure after the free throw. Yeah, they fall back.
2-point contest. Largest lead for Roman Catholic, 5. That was after the conclusion of their 16-0 run. Archbishop Wood's largest lead was 11. That was at the start of Roman Catholic's 16-0 run, and on we go.
Look at how high this offense is.
Howard, he's been so good defensively. Deuce Maxey picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Yeah, he really didn't have any choice. He let Cottrell right to the basket.
Well, and again, you look at the passing from the post. Sharif Jackson, the 3rd leading assist man for Roman Catholic this year. Josh Reed picks up the personal, team's 3rd. Jackson, the 3rd leading assist leader. And Finkley is 2nd behind Xavier Brown, who you could argue on any given day is the best point guard in the league. So you got 2 big men, willing passers out of the post, or as Finkley can do it, from a point forward position. That was Finkley a little short. Josh Reed, Salem in rhythm, and that was well short. Salem kept it in bounds, and here's Jeremiah Stewart-Herring.
Oh, that's a great pass there. Really waited for that defender to commit.
That was Cottrell. Putting it in for 2. It's a 4-point lead. 1:48 to go, 3rd quarter.
Just need to be patient here.
Salem. Now Maxey. He's going to get the ball back. Carson Howard creates space. Really good.
Very nice there. Good interior passing there. And a nice feed by Maxey.
Now here's that rhythm you were looking for. A big run by Archbishop Wood gave them the 11-point lead. Roman Catholic clawed it all back and made it 5. Now we're trading buckets. 1:07 to play, third quarter. Xavier Brown to the hoop.
Just beautiful spacing on offense. That lane opened up.
Under a minute to play, third quarter. Jaleel Bethea stays off the basketball, Bruce. This time it's Josh Reed to start the offense.
And he's got to be careful, Bethea. They're trying to bait him into that fourth foul.
A step back 3 for Josh Reed.
Wow, that was sweet.
It won't be your highest percentage look, Bruce, but John Moscow and his staff, they'll certainly take it, and a good guy to get in rhythm.
And Wood, just great fortitude to get right back in this game.
24 seconds left, and Roman Catholic will hold for the last shot. Ends of quarters have been quite meaningful. A 7-0 run by Roman Catholic to end the second quarter. Bob Cottrell hit the straightaway 3 to end the first quarter. Does Roman have more magic at the end of the clock? Still 2 seconds left for Jaleel Bethea. Reed did not get it off.
My gosh.
He did not get it off.
That's tough. You can't blame him. I mean, he's got to try and look at the ball and then try and figure out whether he needs to stop and shoot or go to the basket.
And, of course, here at the college gym, you're going to get the benefit in super slow-mo here of the red light around the perimeter of the shot clock.
Oh, yeah, clearly the ball's in his hands. Great job there, Bob.
Great job by Brady Joyce on the camera. So, exactly the way you'd expect it to be as we look inside the Roman Catholic huddle, dressed in white here tonight, the number 2 seed in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Just 2 losses this year. One on the road to Newman Goretti and the other on the road just a few weeks ago to St. Joe's Prep, who is at home watching here tonight after the best year the program has had in quite some time, and a great year by Jason Harrigan and his staff. The key for this Roman Catholic team, Bruce, in the last 8 minutes of regulation.
I tell you what, I think the key for both teams have looked really good when they've run their half-court offense effectively. It's where they get a little bit out of control and they start running up and down. Especially Wood. What got Wood back into this is they took a breath, they started to run their half-court offense effectively, they knocked down some threes, and they got back in this game. I think Roman's got to do the same thing.
Brady, just take a quick pan of the crowd here if we have some time. This packed to the gills. Nearly a 9,000-seat venue and barely a seat to be had. This is Philadelphia Catholic League basketball.
Tell you what, just great crowd, so knowledgeable about the game and the history here. Not only of the Palestra, but obviously the Philadelphia Catholic League.
Gus Salem, good look inside. Carson Howard, no, met at the rim. Sharif Jackson.
Great.
Remember that one, Bruce.
Yeah, great defense there by Jackson, because Howard just turned and went up, and Jackson had the answer. Roman now running that offense.
Good job by Milan Dean. But now Sharif Jackson goes to work.
Beautiful spin move to the basket.
Josh Reed keeps the pivot foot. What a job. Now's got to get rid of it. And a great job. Inside Stuart Herring avoided the ball being sent off his legs.
That's incredible job there by Herring. And here again, Roman being deliberate.
Jackson lost his footing, got it back, lost his footing a second time.
Wow, and a timeout, good timeout there by Coach McDesby. But you can see Roman being much more deliberate on the offensive end to start the fourth quarter here. Just one of the things that I felt that, quite honestly, both teams needed to do.
The Cathedral of College Basketball. One of the best nights that this building is going to put on all year long. One of the best events on the sports calendar, period.
Yeah, we've got one more to go, don't we, Bob?
The other semifinal coming up at 7:45 on the night of February 22nd. West Catholic against Newman Goretti. West Catholic has been waiting a long time to win a Catholic League title. Newman Goretti did it last year. They played in South Philadelphia on the campus of Newman Goretti this year, and West led for the majority of that game, Bruce. Late heroics by Robert Wright, among others, put Newman Goretti in front. Bud Clark, down 3, was fouled, shooting a 3 for the Burrs of West Catholic. Made 2 and missed the last. No doubt that's been hanging in his head for a few months, and he has the chance to atone here tonight.
So let's see if the fouls have any effect on the ending of this game. Both teams, key players in foul difficulty.
Bethea still has 3. It's Oliver Bush with 4, and he's out there on the floor. Deep 3. It's good. Xavier Brown. The time's right for the 1,000-point scorer. 6-point lead.
Boy, that was just a huge shot out of the timeout. But Howard,
really good.
That was a great offensive set again in the half court, creating that open space down the lane for Howard to just lay it in.
And it comes from the high ball screen and slip. Have to put so much effort and energy and attention to Jaleel Bethea. Xavier Brown, yes.
Oh, man, he just said, it's my time.
You got 2 guys wearing the number 1. Both of them had every case to be number 1 in the Catholic League. Bethea was the one that won the MVP. Both of them hit big shots in big moments, and Bethea almost hit that one.
I think he's going to get 3 free throws there.
Foul called against Brown. That is the 3rd against Xavier Brown.
You can see he just kind of rubs him down the back there a little bit, disrupted the shot a little.
6 of 6 for the line tonight for Jaleel Bethea, 90% on the year. .538 to go. Does Roman Catholic continue to play deliberate offensively? We know that both these teams can get up tempo with the best of them. Roman Catholic has shown the penchant to pull it back where needed. Archbishop Wood, it's been more go, go, go. And when you have that guy, why not? 9 of 9 from the line.
Incredible free throw shooting exhibition tonight. Under pressure.
Milan Dean is the one to guard Finkley. Jemai Stewart-Herring guarded by Gus Salem.
Kind of got caught with both big guys on the same side of the court. They need to reverse the ball a bit better.
Xavier Brown, good hedge up top. Now Finkley. Brown, good closeout by Josh Reed, the defensive stalwart.
And Roman in no hurry. Looks like they're going to pick their spot.
Jemai Stewart-Herring. Now Xavier Brown. Finkley is open for 3. That was a great look. Now Milan Dean up the floor. Jaleel Bethea! And they called a travel.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, I tell you, that's a tough one there, but I think he did shuffle his feet on the Euro step.
Again, I know Wood likes to go, go, go. There weren't numbers there. And when Roman will play this deliberately, it's almost even more important, Bruce, to make your possessions count. And Wood will do it. And 1. And that's going to be the 4th personal foul against Xavier Brown.
I tell you what, Brown, what a great anticipation there on the steal. And now it's a race to the basket.
And a good call there. Certainly the swipe down. And a chance to tie the game for Josh Reed. What a game he has had, Bruce. Offensively, some big points, but his biggest contributions have been on the defensive end. That time it directly translated.
And he finishes the three-point play.
What more do you want? 54 apiece. Halfway home here in the 4th quarter.
And Roman Catholic, again, looks pretty deliberate in the offensive end.
Carson Howard now squared up against the sophomore Sharif Jackson. The son of Philadelphia great Mark Jackson goes to work.
Oh, beautiful. He just got Howard isolated on his hip. Just schooled him on that one. Little jump hook. Really nice with the left hand.
.348 to go, Bruce, and how about that Roman Catholic sea of purple?
I tell you what, and I've been marveling as well on that Roman Catholic, just patient offense in the half court. They're picking their spot. And on the flip side, Archbishop Wood, great defense, taking advantage of, the free throws. I mean, a couple three-point play conversions. This is really going to be a great ending.
Bruce, we had the unique opportunity to be in the building and even broadcast the state championship game last year between Roman Catholic and Archbishop Wood. The teams are really good, but how about this atmosphere?
Oh, my God.
A little bit different, huh?
Well, there's a heck of a lot more people here than there were in the Giants Center last year for the 6A title game. I can tell you that.
It's a religion here in Philadelphia, high school basketball, and specifically the Catholic League. Jaleel Bethea. And it's going to be an offensive foul, a moving screen against Carson Howard.
Yeah, they're trying to do everything they can to free him up. And watch, he doesn't get set. And he just tries to stick his leg out there.
It's a tough angle for us here. Referee certainly had a better look at it.
So Roman again in no hurry, leading by 2.
Xavier Brown. And there they go. Great look for Melandine.
Oh.
He's fouled hard.
Finkley just decided he wasn't going to make that jam and basically almost tackled him.
I don't know if we're going to get all the way to this one here. But the big rebound there by Jaleel Bethea. And now the question is, and we just missed it there. But the question was that going to be a common foul or not? And it is a common foul, 2 shots.
But I believe is that Finkley's 4th?
He had 2 at the half. I don't know if that's his 3rd or his 4th.
Correct.
Dean, 70% from the line. Think he missed 2 early in the first half as well, if I'm remembering the number correctly. And he's short on the second.
Well, Wood's in the bonus the rest of the way now.
7 fouls against Roman Catholic. Just 4 committed by Archbishop Wood. Xavier Brown wants to get to the basket. They've been running a lot of offense through Sharif Jackson, and he lost it off his leg.
Tell you what, he had another good angle at the basket as well.
But Howard has been there all night long. Maybe beaten just a bit, but he got himself right back into the play and squared him up. Again, another one, keep in mind, Bethea off the ball in the half-court set, Gus Salem to run the point. 2:35 to go in the contest. A berth in the Catholic League final on Monday night is on the line. Great look from Milan Dean. He'll get his own rebound. Ooh, a tough call there.
Wow.
Was there really joint possession, Bruce?
I don't know. I thought there was an awful lot of contact.
Or a play on?
Let's watch.
Yeah, I don't know that there's really joint possession there.
Right, I didn't get that. I thought it was more of a foul, either a block charge rather than a jump ball. Finkley now, and look at how aggressive this Wood defense has gotten.
Well, they do have 2 fouls to give.
They really want to disrupt this Roman offense. They don't want them just stand out there and pass the ball around anymore.
Roman knows they have the advantage here. They have the ball handlers on the floor. Finkley is a point forward. And they know that Wood has 2 fouls to give.
Oh, boy. Almost disaster there.
It's a game of chicken here. No shot clock at the high school level.
Yeah.
Timeout called by Roman Catholic.
Wow, just as I thought he was going to have Howard on his hip.
But it really is an adroit job by Chris McNesby, who's done a wonderful job coaching this team all year, Bruce. Without a shot clock, even when you are as good handling the basketball as Roman Catholic is, it's tough to string together 60, 90 seconds in the half court without giving it up against a defense like Archbishop Wood.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? How do you stop it? You basically create your own shot clock in the form of a timeout. Now you come out of the timeout, you're back in the half court set. You run that same 45-second set, if you will, and you force Archbishop Wood to do something.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, you're going to have to, but if you're John Moscow, you know, how soon do you start fouling? I mean, that's the question here. I mean, they've got 2 more fouls to give before, you know, the bonus situation for Wood. So, I mean, that's at least another 10, 15 seconds just to get to the bonus situation. So, boy, I tell you what, Roman really has obviously a lot of confidence in their ability to play keep away because they've already started that here really the entire fourth quarter.
I would not be surprised to see them take some kind of look at some point. But I think Archbishop Wood can start fouling pretty soon here because if you wait 30 seconds to think about it, Bruce, then all of a sudden you're under a minute to go, basically, and you got to commit 3 fouls in an end-of-game situation just to get Roman Catholic to the bonus.
Yeah, it is only a 1-possession game, so.
Wood has also gotten more than their fair share of steals here today to create in the open floor. Here's Xavier Brown. He's been the point guard to lead this program for the last 3 years. He's been in the starting lineup for 4. Is this his moment?
I tell you what, that's where, you know, having really multiple point guards or point forwards on the team really benefited Roman.
Gus Salem, still a lot of time, got to get a good look. Milan Dean puts his head down, a really tough shot. Got his own rebound. Contact without a call. And here comes Xavier Brown. He can push, and he's fouled by Gus Salem.
Well, they had to. I mean, they couldn't let another 10 seconds burn off, and Roman had numbers.
I know there was some contact down there, but Milan Dean did double clutch on that one. It makes the finish that much more difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a quick foul is in order here by Wood.
Do they try to trap Brown as soon as he comes across? They didn't. 46 seconds left. They're down 4. And Salem gives the foul at 44 seconds.
All right, one more foul, and they're in the bonus. 43.9 remaining. Oh, my gosh.
Eric Oliver Bush is back out there on the floor with the 4 personal fouls.
Oh, look at this defense.
And they nearly got the steal, and Josh Reed is called for the personal.
Oh, man.
The Wood bench cannot believe it.
Looks like he may have gotten over the back a little bit, but Heading right for the ball, which is good. Oh, boy, I don't know. That was a tough one.
Timeout, John Mosco. 43.5 seconds left. And now, Bruce, time to say it. Games are going to be won and lost at the front end of the bonus here.
That's right. The world is a better place when we hear Bob Long say that in a basketball game. I can tell you that, because it means that we've got a very, very close contest here, and obviously so much riding on these next few seconds.
Jeremiah Stewart-Herring is 84% from the line this year.
We have had some really monster free throw shooters in this content tonight between Bethea and some of the other players here. Incredible.
No doubt. I mean, Stewart-Herring at 84%. Xavier Brown is at 80%. But you think about when this game really turned. It turned on the 16-0 run, but why was that so important? It was important because Jeremiah Stewart-Herring controlled the offensive glass with 4 offensive caroms in the first half, and I think every one of them led to a bucket, or at least a second chance opportunity for Roman Catholic. A team that has a +8 rebound margin over their opponents per game. Archbishop Wood normally out-rebounds their opponents as well, 5.5 a rebound margin on their team. But tonight, when it's mattered on the offensive end, Roman Catholic has controlled the glass. The front end is good. Now you start to think about quick 2 versus looking to get a 3. It's still early enough, I think, to go get 2.
And that's awful confidence. Awful lot of confidence in your free throw shooter when you pull your players back off the free throw line.
Jaleel Bethea got in the lane and lost the ball.
Look
Jeremiah
out!
Stewart-Herring put a cap on it. It's an 8-point game. Salem is fouled. He'll shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. Jeremiah Stewart-Herring, apropos, as he's made some enormous plays all game long.
You saw he was trying to get it to where he might get a 3-point shot there, but the official didn't buy into that. So it looks like it's going to be 1-and-1. Wow, all of a sudden an 8-point advantage with 24 seconds remaining. God, these games have turned so quickly today, or this game has turned so quickly.
And he missed the front end, but there's the finish. And it'll be Marcus Dixon, going to play his football at Clemson next year. Was a star on the Archbishop Wood football team and keeps the Vikings in the game in his lone appearance.
It's still just a 2-possession game. There's 22 seconds remaining and nobody in the double bonus. So this game could be far from over. Timeouts remaining. Looks like Wood's got 2, Roman 1. So you can see John Mosco down there diagramming how he wants it. Got to believe they're going to be obviously backcourt pressure here. But that hasn't seemed to affect Roman. They've done very well, obviously, in running out the clock and in the limited times that Wood has put pressure on in the backcourt. They've done very well in breaking pressure.
Our colleague Will Ryan loves to do this in these moments. Quick game reset, how we got here. Number 2, Roman Catholic leads over the number 4 seed Archbishop Wood in the Catholic League semifinal. Archbishop Wood's largest lead was 11 points at 36-25. A 7-0 run from Roman Catholic brought them to within 4, and then they added another 9 to begin the second half. Wood has been chipping away ever since. And it's a 6-point contest. That'll be the 8th team foul against Archbishop Wood. Comes at 18.4 seconds to play. And Anthony Finkley goes to the line for the front end of the 1-and-1, a 72% foul shooter.
Yeah, it was Obviously the right move by Wood there. Backcourt pressure, quick foul. Now situational substitutions coming in for Wood. But Finkley now, no bigger free throws than these.
And it could be free throw. A miss, and Archbishop Wood is still in the game. Calm. Anthony Finkley, he'll play games on this court at the next level. He's headed to St. Joseph's University, Hawk Hill. And he'll play there with his teammate Xavier Brown.
So
and he goes 2 for 2.
3-possession game now, 18.4. I mean, Roma just needs to stay away.
Jaleel Bethea, a deep one, and a quick timeout.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the challenge for Archbishop Wood. That timeouts left ticks down to 1. And at the high school level, the clock will continue to run after a made basket, unlike at the college level or the pro level as you get inside the last few minutes of the game. So Archbishop Wood can only stop the clock one more time. So what you need is a steal here and a score. And then to clock it just one more time, maybe count on a miss at the other end, and have a last-second situation.
Yeah, a great point about the fact that you really need to have that timeout in your back pocket so a team can't just after a missed basket, just run out the clock by standing out of bounds.
And after really a made basket is
correct.
Really where that comes into play.
So here we go.
Josh Reed is hand checking there with Xavier Brown. I think he's willing to give the foul on the deny if needed. And now a double team. Finkley has it, and they have to give the foul, and they do. That might not be the worst guy to send to the line if you're Archbishop Wood. Every one of these guys can shoot it, but Cottrell is the lowest percentage foul shooter not named Sharif Jackson, who was on the bench, naturally so. He'll check in for offense-defense. Cottrell, though, is 68% foul shooter. 9th team foul against Archbishop Wood.
He just needs to make one of these.
1 and 1.
He needs this one.
Roman Catholic has put this game on their backs and put it nearly on ice from the foul line. This free throw would do it.
And I think the second half, the patience that they showed in the half court was, I think, the big difference in this game.
It's a 7-point game, 10 seconds left, and only one timeout. The math just doesn't add up here for Archbishop Wood. Bethea, he's going to stride into a deep three. Nearly banked it in. Salem is blocked. Final 3 seconds. And Roman Catholic is heading right back to the Catholic League Final. It's a familiar destination for them. And the senior class, led by Finkley and Brown among others, will have the chance to play for a title.
Just a tremendous game. And when you think of the ebbs and flows and how the game really turned on a dime, they're going into halftime of the first half. Wow, just amazing. Even going back to the fact that, Wood had the ball in the lead with 8-point lead with almost under a minute to go in the first half. Just incredible turnaround. Roman deserves this one. Just played flawlessly, really, on offense the second half in the half court, I think.
2 6A teams that will play in a district title. It'll be Roman Catholic playing for the district title. Roman Catholic will play the Public League representative, the number 1 representative from 6A in the Public League. Archbishop Wood, they will play in a play-in game, essentially, against the second representative from the Public League. for a chance to get to the state tournament. You have to like their chances in that one. And do not be surprised if these two teams don't meet again. They met in the state title last year at the 6A level. Could they meet again in the PIAA state tournament? Well, we could only be so lucky.
Yeah, we could only be so lucky, and you have to hope that from the PIAA perspective that they allow that to, if they so choose, that they allow that to happen, to make sure that they're seated appropriately so that they could only meet again in the final.
What a game, and what a first contest of the doubleheader. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, Brady Joyce on camera, and the Palestra, a tremendous host and a tremendous venue for high school basketball, for Philadelphia Catholic League basketball, the home of basketball here in Philadelphia. So if you've joined us for this one, you might be wondering, hey, where can I find West Catholic against Newman Goretti? You can also find that on our YouTube page. That also not to be streamed live, but will be available after the fact. Thanks to Danny DeBaradinis, St. Joe's Prep Athletic Director and basketball moderator for the Philadelphia Catholic League boys basketball. And of course, Brian Haas, girls basketball moderator here in the Catholic League and the athletic director at Roman Catholic, a victorious Roman Catholic boys basketball team here this evening. They'll meet the winner of West Catholic and Newman Goretti in a Monday final. That'll be following the girls' final. Those two games will be classics. Want to thank Brady Joyce and Bruce Badgley again, my crew, Bob Long from the Palestra, the Cathedral of College Basketball, saying so long.